If your boiler is on its last legs, then you may have been holding off replacing it for getting a heat pump system now there's been grants available. Or you might have not wanted the upheaval of an air to water system or been waiting for prices to drop. Well, the government in November announced that air to air systems, also known as air conditioning systems, will now get a grant towards being fitted in the whole boiler upgrade system. So if you are not wanting an air-to-air water system, or you were hoping for cooling as well as heating, then the air-to-air system option might be available for you. But in this video, I'm going to be talking not only about the pros about air-to-air systems, but also some of the negatives and reasons why it might not be suited for your home. Now, firstly, the grant is not the full £7,500 that you get with an air-to-water system like the Cosy heat pump that I've got downstairs, but it is £2,500, which the government claim is enough for a small home. It isn't, which we'll be going to into this video and explaining why it isn't enough, and also how are we going to heat our hot water, because that is going to be the tricky part. So firstly, if you head over to evnick.com/aircon, there's a link there to get a quote online instantly for an air-to-air system, air conditioning system, currently without a grant from Heatable. Now, Heatable are a trusted partner of mine, and that's why I'm using them for this video. But in this example, they are doing currently air conditioning systems for just general cooling, but they can do heating as well in the winter if you wanted to use that for that. But this system for one room from Heatable costs just under £2,500 for one room, and we can already see that the government's £2,500 grant isn't going to go anywhere. And again, this is before we've even mentioned hot water. Now, for a free room system from Heatable, it's just under £5,800, so not a huge jump for doing much more rooms, but we can already see that most homes in the UK are not going to be covered anywhere near the grant, and they're still going to have to find additional money to get it installed. And that's where we're talking about air to water systems in a bit, because they can also do hot water, which air to air systems kind of can't. Now, upon researching this video, there is hundreds of documents from the government explaining questionnaires, briefings, etc. about this. So I tried to use AI to help me sort of skim through it and read it through. Unfortunately, AI gave me an answer that I didn't believe, which was that you could keep your existing fossil fuel heating source for hot water purposes only. Now, it seems that AI has misunderstood this, because when I went through the rules myself in detail, reading them through, it appears what AI is getting confused with is that if you have an existing tank with your boiler, you can keep it. Now, there's a reason why you have to rip your boiler out. A combi boiler cannot stay in just doing hot water. It needs one radiator bare minimum to expel any excess heat to when you turn the hot water tap off, because it hasn't got a tank to dump it into. So that's why you have to get rid of your boiler. It's also a boiler replacement grant, so you do have to get rid of your boiler or oil system at the same time. Now, if you already have a tank system, you can keep the existing tank and use the emergent heater to heat the water via that way, or a solar heater to heat it that way. But what if you have a combi, you don't have a tank, and you want hot water? Well, how are you going to get an air-to-air system to heat your hot water? Well, there's a few options. A few air-to-air systems, very few, actually have the option to heat hot water via the air-to-air system. They have an outlet separate just for hot water, but these are very, very few on the market. And the other way of doing it would be on-demand heating. So each tap outlet, your kitchen tap, your bathroom sink, your bath, your shower, could be fitted with an electric shower type system, which is when it detects water flowing through it, it would heat it on demand. Now, electric showers are very, very good at doing this, and for hot water taps and stuff like that, we wouldn't need the same temperature or flow rate for that kind of demand. So you could actually power one or two taps in a bathroom from an electric shower outlet, because if you're having a bath, you're not going to be having a shower at the same time as washing your hands in the sink. So one system could power all of them, and that is one definite way of doing it. So who is an air-to-air system meant for? Well, a few niche outliers definitely do fit an air-to-air system better than an air-to-water system. For example, small flats or very small houses with very few rooms. You are the primary target. Also, people who have 8mm microbore that have high heat losses that would need to repipe the entire house to hit the heat loss demand that they need for each radiator. you are, again, a prime target. It would be cheaper to go for an air-to-air system than to repipe your whole house, or someone with no central heating. So they haven't got any radiators at the moment, and they're purely on gas electric plug-in heaters, or a combination of other technology at the same time with using a gas and boiler. There is definitely an outlet for them as well. So it would be interesting to see if anyone who could fit an air-to-water system and it's deciding whether just to go for an air-to-air system purely because they want the cooling element. I'd like to know down below in the description. Please let me know. Now, I've covered this in another video before, but the other disadvantage with air-to-air systems, and the reason why it's not that popular here in the UK and some places in Europe, is we are used to traditional radiator systems, so wet systems. And the reason for that is wet radiator systems give a gradual warming of a room, and they're very gentle heat, and we don't have any what we call airflow, strict airflows. And the problem with air-to-air systems is when the air conditioning system is heating you, so blowing air, that blow over your skin or over your body, that movement of air, can give a cooling effect. It basically knocks off the residual sort of barrier over your skin, and it gives a cooling effect even though it's warmer. And that cooling effect can mean that people with air-to-air systems do have to bump up the heat by an extra 2 or 3 degrees to feel the same level of comfort than they do over a traditional wet system, air-to-water system. Now, if you're wanting an air-to-water system like me, a heat pump, like a Cozy heat pump or another heat pump, then you can get £100 off it when you go to evnick.com/heat pump, fill in your details, get it installed by Octopus Energy, and we will split a £200 gift voucher between the both of us. Now, if you want to see more about an air-to-water system like the Cozy heat pump being installed, check out my install video or this playlist all about heat pumps here.